Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back to share with you guys some of the things left over from my Sephora order that I placed last week. I wanted to sit down and try some of the things that you guys have not seen me use yet out together. I have not yet used the Zendo palette, which I've been dying to try. And along with that, I thought we could dip into the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, the Hourglass Bronzer, as well as the Fenty Cream Blush. I have used a few of those already, but I haven't done it on camera, so I thought we could combine them all together. Hope that sounds like fun to you guys. Real quickly before we jump into it, special welcome to you if you are a new visitor to my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you will do that before you leave, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And now let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so I do already have foundation, concealer, my brows on. I will link everything else that I'm wearing down below, but I want to start off with the complexion. So we're going to first dip into the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I have used this twice already. When I first opened it, I was very concerned about this shade right here, because when I swatch this on my arm or even on my finger, it doesn't seem like it shows up, but it does show up on my face. And I've actually been quite impressed with it. So today I'm going to take it on this angled brush from BH Cosmetics. We're just going to apply a little bit of this today because I do want to basically use this as a contour so I can still use my Hourglass bronzer. So I'm just going to apply a little bit right here to the outer part of my cheekbone area. I kind of put it right in the hollow and then blend it up and back. And then I'm going to add a little bit here to the sides of my temples as well. I messed with the angling of my lights today. I hope that I don't know if it looks more harsh and washed out or better. We'll see. I'm really dying, you guys, to get an actual room. Like, I'm not even talking a beauty room, just a room. I know I've mentioned 100 times, if you've been watching me for a while and watching most of my videos, I do film in our unfinished basement in front of a window down here, so everything around me is kind of gaping and open. I'm right next to our mechanical closet, which has been running water through the water heater for like the last 20 minutes. So yeah, I had to wait like 20 minutes before starting this video for the water heater to turn off, but it wouldn't turn off. Like, I sat here and waited for 20 minutes and decided, you know what, we're just gonna start because I can't wait all day. So I'm basically just taking this anywhere that I would apply contouring, and I've mentioned this before as well, I'm not a big contouring person, but I'm just kind of using it to shape my face just a little bit. Alright, now we're going to go into the Hourglass Bronzer. This one is in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. This one, in the video where I swatched it, I mentioned I was a little bit concerned about how warm this was. I've already tried it and it is beautiful, you guys. I think I've used it 4 or 5 times now and I have absolutely been loving it. It is quite warm, but it's not orange. It's just like the perfect warm bronzer. Something about the Hourglass powders that make your skin look healthy. Love it. Alright, so there's the Hourglass bronzer. Now I want to dip back into the Charlotte Tilbury palette. Just for the highlighter in there, I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics highlighting brush. I'm just going to add a little bit of this highlighter to the tip of my nose, to the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and to my cheekbones. This is a really subtle highlight, but I really do like it. It's pretty. Apply a little bit to my brow bone as well. The palette that we're using today doesn't really have a brow bone shade inside. Sometimes I'll do this. I mean, I rarely use a brow bone shade, but sometimes rather than putting something on my brow bone, I'll just take a little bit of my highlighter as I'm highlighting my face and just add a little bit right there. That was quick, that was easy, looks great. Now let's dip into the Fenty Blush. This is a really adorable little blush. I do like the color. I do like the formula. I think it's a little bit more creamy than the Honest Beauty one. That one is a little bit more rich. You have to warm it up a little bit more. This is a very bold pink, but once I blend it out, it looks really pretty. It's just like a flush of pink to my cheeks. This is one of those products I almost wish I could have gone, I mean, I like this color a lot, but I kind of wish I would have gone into the actual Sephora store to take a look at the colors in person, because there's just so many colors that it's hard to gather what they're going to look like in person online. I mean, not to mention what they're going to look like on your skin. As much as I do really like this color, I find myself wondering if another shade would have suited me even more. Probably not. I probably either way would just be left wishing that I had them all, even though I don't need them all. I have tried this one with my brush. This brush I like a little bit better for liquid blushes or stick cream blushes. I find that these kind of pasty, almost tacky blushes work best with my finger. I can get it to work with this brush, but I just think the finger works a little bit better at really just pressing the color into your skin and blending it out a little bit better rather than it just kind of sitting on top of your skin.
5 hours later.
Kind of trying to put it a little bit higher, like up here, rather than down here. I think I heard someone once say that kind of gives your face a bit of a lift if you put your blush up a little bit higher. I don't know if that's true, but it sounds good to me. Alright, so there are the cheek products. I think it looks fantastic. Now let's jump into the Natasha Denona palette. So here she is, the Mini Zendo palette. I love this little palette. I loved the Mini Retro so very much. The packaging of these little palettes, I don't know how special it looks on camera, but in person they look and feel so nice. Pretty fancy and high-end considering that they are plastic. Very excited to give this one a try today. We're going to take my Refer number 16 brush, and I think I'm going to start off by going into these two shades together right here and use this as a little bit more of this one, my transition shade. Just going to blend this all through and above my crease, kind of right up onto the bottom part of my brow bone. I don't know if that made sense. Basically up onto my brow bone beneath the arch of my brow. Less explaining, Mandy. Just let them see where you're putting it. Usually my explanations just get me into trouble. That's beautiful. Oh, so pretty. So easy to blend. I do really love Natasha Denona's mattes. Her traditional powder mattes. Her creamy mattes I think are a little bit trickier to work with. I shouldn't say that. They're not tricky to work with, as in they blend well, they just are a very different formula. But these, for a traditional matte formula to use with a fluffy brush, they just are really, really easy to work with. Very pretty. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that deeper shade right there, the deeper pink. Would you call that a pink? I don't know. It's kind of more like a terracotta. It's like a pink toned terracotta. And then I'm going to take that just right through my actual crease, just to deepen it up a little bit more. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. I just think that is beautiful. And this I'm just taking like straight out. That's really pretty. Alright, I want to take some shadow on the lower lash line. I want to start off by going into the lighter pink. I just want to see how this is going to show up on my lower lash line. I want to keep it a little bit more subtle down here. This is my Refer number 2 brush. Okay, just one more layer. It's in a very bold or super pigmented color, but if you build it up, it does show up. It just isn't going to be very dark, which is kind of just what I'm going for. Just kind of going to give you this like soft pink shadow underneath here, but it's a good neutral pink. It doesn't look sickly, which can be tricky. Pinks can be tricky in that way. All right, loving that. Okay, now I want to go into this deep shade right here. I think I'm going to take that on this same Refer number 2 brush, and I want to start packing this on the outer part of my lid. This shade I would say is a satin. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not super shimmery, so you could definitely use it as an outer corner or a crease shade if you wanted to. Alright, so I'm going to try something here. I'm going to take now this silver shade right here. I'm going to put that all over the lid, and I want to show you guys what this look would look like with the darker outer corner and also with just the kind of soft color in the crease. I'd say this is more like a daytime look. This would be more of a nighttime look if you're into that kind of thing. I don't think there are any rules when it comes to that, but if you don't like the deep outer corner that I tend to do in 9 out of 10 of my videos, then hopefully this will show you guys a couple different options. And then I'll go back in, I'll deepen out this crease after I've shown you guys what it looks like. Okay, I am loving this lid shade. So pretty. It's a really neutral silver. So it's a silver that isn't too blue or icy. It does have a little bit of like a taupe in it. And then over onto this lid. Alright, so here would be kind of more of the daytime look right there, minus mascara, maybe liner, and this would be more of like the nighttime look, just to give you guys an idea. I really like them both, actually, but we are going to even things out, so I'm going to add a little bit of depth to the outer corner of this eye right here, just taking that deep plum on my Refer number 2 brush, and I'm going to start just packing that onto this outer corner. Kind of pulling it in. Might have to go back over this outer part with a little bit more of the silver afterwards, but what's left, I'm just kind of shaping out this outer corner. I'm not really going under my lower lash line. I'm just taking it to where my lower lashes kind of end. So there's not really product getting underneath here, just kind of right to that point right there, just so there's nice shape right there. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of that same color on this little brush right here. This is the Repper number 13. Just a small blending brush. I just want to kind of feather a little bit of this. Tiny bit more of the silver on my ring finger, just the tiniest bit, and I'm just going to run that kind of on the center of my lid and slightly overlap where I put that dark shade. Just going to tap what's left over on this side to make sure everything's even and blended. And that, I think, is pretty much it. Now, today I want to use some gel liner. I'm going to take this gel liner. This is from Tony Moly. I really like this one. I think I got this at Yes Style in the spring. Maybe it was last winter. So it actually does come with a little brush in the lid. It's not my very favorite brush, but it does work pretty well. So we're going to just use that. Just want to add a really subtle wing right here. Okay, I'm going to take a tiny bit more on that brush. I'm just going to run that just right kind of on my waterline on this outer part of my, I want the base of my lashes to be really, really dark here on this outside corner. Now, I just am going to add a couple of coats of mascara. Today I'm going to use my It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I will go ahead and add that, then I'll come back, we'll finish off with the lips, and we'll be done. Alright you guys, so here's the finished eye look. I love this little thing. I knew that I would. I'm really coming to love these little 5-pan Natasha Denona palettes. I just feel like they're super easy. This one I feel like is the non-identical twin sister of the mini retro palette. I mean, they're not exactly the same. Basically, where this one has greens, this one has plums. I love this look. I love the easy variety that these palettes give. I mean, there's only 5 shades, but I feel like whether you want to do something very soft in daytime or a little bit deeper, you have those 2 options without having to think about it very much. And I do just love Natasha Denona's formula and the packaging. Pretty thrilled with this one, which I'm glad, because I was a little bit worried that these would be too similar. I don't think that they are. Alright, so that's it for the face. I do want to move on to the lips. So I did already use my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. We're going to use it again today. Have to apologize to you guys because I believe in that video I mentioned that I would keep you guys posted on the wear time of this lip liner. I don't think I ever did. I never put something in a pinned comment or in the description box. I am notorious for that, you guys, and I apologize. I can't seem to get my act together. Sometimes it's all I can do just to get a video up, and I don't know. I like to make the excuse that it's because I'm busy, but let's just face it, everybody's busy. I mean, is there anyone out there on earth that's not busy? I just don't think I manage my time very well, and I'm a little bit disorganized. That's the honest truth. So I appreciate your patience with me. I will let you guys know my thoughts on this thing once I finish lining my lips and I can talk freely. Alright, so there's the lip liner. So my thoughts on the lip liner are this. It is superior to any other lip liner that I've tried. It's quite a bit more expensive than any lip liner I've tried, but it does last really, really well. It especially lasts well if you put it on your lips before you have anything on them at all, like even a lip balm. So I like to put a lip balm on before I do my makeup, and by the time I get around to putting my lip liner on, I don't have any of that excess slipperiness on my lips, so this can really set down. And once it does lock down, even if you top it with a gloss or a lipstick, it really does not budge for, I would say, a good 7 hours. Unless I'm eating something pretty aggressive like a greasy soup or a greasy salad dressing, this holds in place really, really well. So I do just want to add a little bit of gloss on top of this. Definitely doesn't blend as well as some of my creamier lip liners, but again, I think that's a good thing. So on top of that, I just want to add a little bit of one of the Fenty Glosses. So I have these 4 right here that came in the Glossy Posse set. I do just want to mention the set last year came with 5 glosses, if I'm not mistaken. This year they only came with 4, but I still think it's worth it because I love these glosses, and for how tiny they look, you do get quite a bit of product inside these. So now the question is, which of these 3 do I want to save for gifts for my sisters, and which one do I want to keep for myself? So I'm leaning towards towards keeping the bright pink because I feel like these are a little bit more, like anybody would like these, and I'm worried that one of my sisters would feel like, why did you give me the bright pink one? But I also really like the look of this brown one and this peach one. I should have just got 2 sets of these. That's what I should have done. Let's just go with the pink. I feel like these are a safer bet to gift, and I'm pretty sure that this one will be pretty sure. So let's give it a little tiny swatch on the back of my hand. Okay, yeah. This isn't too bright at all. It'll be just right. This one is in the shade Ruby Milk. I feel like this will go really nice with my cheek color too. Oh, love the smell and the formula of these. Alright you guys, so that is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you have any thoughts on any of these products that I used today, I would love to hear them down in the comments below. I will keep you guys posted on this makeup. I'm hoping in my next favorites video, so in my November favorites video coming up in a couple of weeks, I want to do a bit of an update in that video on the things that I ordered from Sephora, because so far I've tried everything and I have really liked everything, but I'm really trying to narrow it down to like what's the best of the best. So keep an eye out for that favorites video if you're curious to see some more detailed reviews and thoughts on the products I used today and the ones I used in my last Sephora video. But that's it for today. Thank you guys again for stopping by. Hope that you guys are doing well. Hope that you guys are excited about the upcoming holiday season. I have some really fun videos in store for you guys. So let that be a reminder. If you have not yet subscribed, be sure to do that before you leave. Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Our Bronze and Glow, the Hourglass. I'm sorry you guys, my nose is super runny today. Don't tell people that, Mandy. Don't point things out that they may have otherwise not have noticed. Now you all are forever gonna see my nose dripping in every single video that I do. What's it called when twins are not identical? Oh, what's that word? It's gonna bug me. I gotta look it up. Non-identical twins are called fraternal twins.